For nearly a century, the pyramids of Egypt were ruled not by Egyptians, but by African kings from a kingdom south of them. These kings didn't just conquer Egypt. They became its pharaohs, sat on its throne, and were buried in pyramids of their own. Pyramids that, to this day, outnumber Egypt's. This is the story of Kush, the African kingdom history books mention in a single sentence, if at all. South of Egypt, along the Nile in the region of Nubia, modern-day Sudan, a civilization called Kush had existed for centuries. Close enough to Egypt to trade with it, fight it, and be influenced by it, but distinct in its own culture, language, and rule. By around 1000 BCE, Egypt's power was fracturing, weakened by internal conflict and a fractured succession of weak rulers. Kush, meanwhile, had grown into a strong, organized kingdom centered around the city of Napata. Egypt's chaos was Kush's opportunity. Around 727 BC, a Kushite king named Piye looked north at Egypt's fractured, warring city-state and made a decision. He marched north with his army, moving from city to city along the Nile, defeating one Egyptian ruler after another. Ancient inscriptions describe him as deeply religious, framing his invasion as restoring proper order and worship to Egypt. By the time his campaign ended, Piye controlled the entirety of Egypt, from Nubia all the way to the Mediterranean coast. He and his successors became Egypt's 25th dynasty, Kushite pharaohs ruling the civilization that once dominated their ancestors. For nearly 100, despite ruling Egypt, the Kushite kings never abandoned their Nubian identity. They brought a distinctly Kushite tradition back to Egyptian soil, the pyramid, but built steeper, smaller, and in far greater numbers. Here's a fact that surprises most people: there are more pyramids in Sudan than in Egypt. Well, over 200 Kushite pyramids still stand today, sharper and steeper than Egypt's, built for kings and queens for centuries. The Assyrians eventually pushed the Kushite pharaohs out of Egypt around 656 BCE, but Kush itself didn't collapse. It retreated south, shifted its capital to Meroe, and continued as a powerful civilization known for its skilled ironworking. So why does almost nobody learn this? Part of it comes down to how Egyptology developed as a field. For much of the 19th and 20th centuries, many Western Egyptologists downplayed or ignored the Kushite dynasty's African identity. Modern historians have pushed back on that framing, but most people still only picture Egypt when they picture the Nile's ancient pharaohs. An African kingdom conquered Egypt, restored its temples, and left behind more pyramids than Egypt itself, and most people have never heard of it. If this is the first time you're learning it, subscribe. There's a lot more African history that got left out of the textbooks, and we're telling all of it.